Hello everybody, David Schuster here. The latest polls show that Elon Musk's popularity is now even lower than Donald Trump's, and the news from a former Musk girlfriend is not going to help.
I'm selling it because I need to make up for the 60% cut that Elon made to our son's child support.
That is Ashley St. Clair. As the headline says, the MAGA influencer says she's selling her Tesla because vindictive Elon Musk slashed their child support 60%.
Why do you think that he did that?
That's a great question for him.
You feel like he was sort of like vindictive against you in some way?
Yeah, that's his modus operandi when women speak out.
When was the last time that you spoke to him or tried to speak to him?
February 13th.
But he's just not responding to you at all? How would you characterize sort of the way that he's going about
You can check the stocks. I'm not the only one who's pointing out authorized messes.
Musk faced a public relations mess recently when St. Clair proclaimed that Musk fathered a child she gave birth to last fall. 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. People magazine reported 2 weeks ago that Musk had cut the child support for St. Clair out of retaliation when she filed a custody petition in court. Attorneys for the former Turning Point USA ambassador told the outlet Elon Musk has financially retaliated against his own child and reduced his financial support substantially and unilaterally. He did this after Ashley was forced to bring this matter to court when he refused to respond to her many private attempts to resolve this matter without publicity. Amidst a sell-off of Teslas nationwide in protest of Musk's work eliminating government jobs, St. Clair invited the media to film her and film the truck that hauled away the Tesla. This particular make and model of the electric vehicle has a value of about $100,000. As Page 6 reports, Elon Musk claims he's paid Ashley St. Clair $2.5 million, but still questions paternity of child, not against finding out. Quote, I don't know if the child is mine or not, but am not against finding out. No court order is needed. Musk 53 commented on a video on X showing St. Clair selling her Tesla. Despite not knowing for sure, I have given Ashley $2.5 million and am sending her $500,000 a year. In response, St. Clair posted on X, Elon, we asked you to confirm paternity through a test before our child, who you named, was even born. You refused. And you weren't sending me money. You were sending support for your child that you thought was necessary until you withdrew most of it to maintain control and punish me for disobedience. But you're really only punishing your son. The conservative influencer, age 26, went on, it's ironic that your last effort in court was to try to gag me while you use a social media channel you literally own to distribute derogatory messages about me and our child to the entire world. It's all about control with you, and everyone can see it. She concluded, America needs you to grow up, you petulant man-child. That, of course, generated more headlines, including Elon Musk's alleged baby mama lashes out at petulant man-child amid paternity quarrel. According to People magazine, Musk had fathered 12 children by 3 different women before St. Clair. Amidst Musk's personal problems, he continues to get ridiculed by Democrats in Congress over his work helping Donald Trump shred the U.S. government.
Now, I find it ironic, of course, that our chairwoman, Congresswoman Green, is in charge of running this committee. Now, in the last Congress, Chairwoman Green literally showed a dick pic in our oversight congressional hearing, so I thought I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk. He's also the world's richest man. He was the biggest political donor in the last election. He has billions of dollars in conflicts of interest, and we know that he is leading a power grab, also abided by and encouraged by Donald Trump and, of course, the chairwoman, Congresswoman Green.
Do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging for confronting what is a potentially irreversible transformation of the U.S. government?
Well, he is a dick.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
dismantling the Department of Labor, dismantling the Department of Education, dismantling all of our consumer protection agencies. And so it's all important, but it's also important to get the attention of the American public and call Elon Musk out for what he is.
And what he is, on top of somebody wrecking the government, is a petulant man-child, according to his latest alleged baby mama. The weirdness and the drama never seem to end with Elon Musk. And he's the guy that Donald Trump has entrusted to shape the lives of millions of Americans. Remarkable. By the way, Donald Trump's economic disaster is getting worse.
Problematic situation.
Minutes after the opening bell, U.S. markets plunged once again.
This morning, Wall Street is bracing for the launch of President Trump's massive tariffs, which start on Wednesday. Ahead of that, Trump is now saying he could care less if automakers raise prices, following his pledge to impose 25% tariffs.
The people that are going to make money are people that manufacture cars in the United States. Outside of the United States, that's going to be up to them. I don't care too much about that.
There's a lot of uncertainty still about whether it will be applied to the whole world or to the 15 markets where we have the biggest trade deficits or some other lesser impact. But potentially we are moving away from the rules-based system that was embodied, as you said, in about 80 years of work on the international scene to create the GATT, to create the WTO, to create a series of rules that now more than 160 countries live by. And the U.S. is now going to potentially move into a world where we're doing everything on a bilateral basis. And one question is, how do the rest of the world respond? One, they'll respond by retaliating against us, but will they continue to follow the multilateral rules-based system, or will they too begin to do a series of bilateral deals? And will the work of the last 80 years basically be undone?
And it's worth pointing out that 80 years has coincided with enormous rises in global standards of living, prosperity, and in American standards of living.
We know that people still say the economy is bad. We know that prices and inflation are the top reason they give for why. So in this poll, we find that the president's approval for specifically handling the economy and inflation are both ticked down. Now, let's talk about these tariffs because, look, it's early in the administration, so I think the key gauge is what do people think he's trying to do? And here we see a mismatch. They think he's putting too much focus on trying to put in tariffs and not enough focus on trying to lower prices. Now, the mismatch there is the administration argues, well, that'll have positive impact, right? So I asked, what do you think will happen when tariffs go into effect? People think in the short term that it'll raise prices, but also in the long term, there's a lot of people who think tariffs will raise prices. So the administration hasn't quite connected the dots on that argument yet.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from John Ellis, who wrote, "Feels like being held hostage by a crazy person." Indeed. I look forward to reading your comments about Elon Musk and his eruptions in the wake of an alleged baby mama trashing him. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.